Okay. I think I'm live. I think I'm live, kids. I'm still waking up. Am I live? Am I live? Is this thing on? Okay. I think it's on. So the chat room, you guys want to come in. Welcome to JLJ this morning, live. Wasn't planning on doing one. But life happens. As you see in the title of this, I am trying to learn how to go with the flow. I am. Everything is different these days. Get my lotion. Sponsored by Philosophy. This is honey and cream, my favorites. Hands get so dry from washing them so much because it's like an Omicron or whatever. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning how to go with the flow. It's making life a little easier for me. I'll tell you that. I this morning I was supposed to be recording with a show, 2 episodes, and the person last minute can't do it. So I used to get mad about stuff like that. I go, well, just you can't control everything. The world's just crazy. It's cold, it's sunny right now, but it's freezing in my house. I have to wear a jacket, a sweater, and a hat. I go with the flow. I didn't press record yesterday on a show, one of my biggest shows on this channel. So I have just the live version up. I can't even do the audio version. I'm trying to work that out. It's not working out for me. Gotta go with the flow. Nothing you can do about it. Guess I just have to lean into it, I guess. I can't control everything. I do so much. I can't control everything. But some of the good things were I had a really great yesterday, 6 shows I did. 4 soap live shows. I did all 4 of them. I've done a long time. Edition Days, YRBB, and GH Baseball Lights, they're out. And then I did a recording for a show that's doing very well for us. They'll be out later. And then I finished a series recording for Jet Boy. So that'll be coming out soon, hopefully. I have been recording a lot of different little mini episodes and shows and getting them ready just to have them for the future. Well, I got these actors ready to work, which is not uncommon. I had to explain to somebody, many times in Hollywood, you'll be filming something and it's not released till way later. That's common. You record it, you got to do all the editing, put it together, and then you release at a certain time. So it's not uncommon. So I started doing the same thing. Before I was recording as needed, so to speak, like recording to put out. That is too hard. That is too hard. That is too crazy. That is too everything. So I was like, yeah, record it early. Then figure out the release dates later. It's like once you get the footage, once you get everything you need, you're good to go. You can work out anything later. Any reshoots or re-records or something redone, you can always go to that person, that actor, actress, and have them redo it, or you can change it. I mean, there's always things you can do. But if you have the meat of the production done, you're good. It's hard, kids out there. It is hard trying to get people out there. It is. It is. I'm telling you. My room and everything's a mess. I got shit everywhere. I gotta work this out today somehow. I'm trying to find something I can't find. I'm trying to find another room too. I have one show I'm trying to get this recording done, and it's just problem after problem after problem. But I am going to get it done. I don't want to give up on it. I really don't. I'm just taking the approach. Okay, well, this thing can be released whenever it's released. It's not be released tomorrow, so let's keep trying. You keep trying and trying and trying. I'm trying to make some fun out of it. And the message like, okay, kids, the longest run. We're going to work this out somehow. I sent out email this weekend, try to get it done either tonight or Wednesday, and only 2 people got back to me and said Monday is the day you can do it. Nobody else got back to me. So I guess they don't check emails on the weekends, or who knows, or whatever. They just don't. I don't know. Everybody's email habits are different, so I was like, okay, can't do anything about it. I deal with a couple of people. It's funny. I have a couple of actors that I've worked with that I like them. And the couple of times I worked with them, loved it. They had talent, loved it, ready to do it. And then in their lives, something goes down. Well, everybody has something on their lives. They do, right? And but there's no communication, of course. So it's that kind of thing where I'm waiting for them to come show up to a show, and they don't show up. No communication, nothing. Nothing's going on. Then I have to check them down, and then eventually I'll get this. Oh, I didn't do that, or I forgot, or whatever. It's like all these stories, whatever. Somebody asked me the other day, you don't really get mad anymore. Like you're so polite about it. I'm like, I just have to go with the flow. No. The newer me, because I'm so busy, because I've just learned to explain to people plainly what's going on. And whatever decisions I make are based on that. It's not personal, it's professional. It's I'm a lot nicer than people in Hollywood are. I'm a lot nicer. Other folks just be like, bye, and that's it. But I have so much going on. I have so much on my plate. I have stuff. I mean, I got stuff everywhere that it's actually helped me personally not be as angry and holding grudges and being mad as I usually am. Because I hate when stuff goes down. Because I'm short for you. I'm short. I'm long to temper, but something immediately happens to me. I do feel it. I do feel good morning. I do feel it, but now I feel it for a moment. I feel the frustration, anger, and then the next minute I'm like, I gotta figure it out. Okay, well, this is the reality. I gotta go. So it's actually keeping me in check and really focused on what the deal is. I can't control. A lot of stuff that I do is volunteer basis, so I can't control what's going on. If you throw something at me, I gotta learn how to adapt. And I have choices after that. There are a couple people who gave me attitude last year and the year before, and they wouldn't comply to what I was doing, and I wasn't asking that much of them, obviously, but they just wouldn't comply. So I was like, okay, good luck to you. Have a nice life. I moved on. I don't work with them anymore. I don't have that energy, but I'm not holding any grudges. If I see them, I say hi. Or someone on the street, I don't go out anywhere. But if I did, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Hope everything's going well for you. Good for you. I've just learned good morning. I just learned that I'm not gonna get upset anymore. I've moved on from that. I've already taken care of the situation, and I just know I can't trust you. Got it. I don't need to be angry about it. I don't need to hold on to it. I mean, I just know, okay, I got the message, move it. Another person in the middle of production was just like, I'm too busy, I can't do this anymore. Thank you for the opportunity, bye. Okay, good luck to you. Well, my business I was cussing that person out of my brain first when it first all happened. I was like, oh god, because it makes more work for me. But then the next one I'm like, well, James, you created this whole thing. You can't blame anybody about this. You don't have certain things in place that will make a person have to do it. So it's all volunteer. So fill the role. It may not be exactly the way you thought it was going to be, but life goes on. It's a metaphor for life. You have plans for this person and they just kind of dropped it. Well, you should always have plans for somebody. If you like somebody and they're talented, you should always still have plans for them and try to want to uplift them. When they pull out, let them pull out. Because I only want people who are here, who want to be here, who are ready to be here, who show up, who are trustworthy and work hard. That's what I want. I want you to want to be here. So, good deal. So this person, I was like, okay. And then now I recently just got a message. I'm better now. I was just going through some stuff, blah, blah. I'm like, good for you. Take care of yourself. I've moved on. I'm nothing against you, man. I'm good. I'm glad you were going through whatever you're going through, but I can't trust that you'll show up to when I need you. Because you haven't. You show me you haven't. So I don't have anything else to go by. Same with somebody else. I love this person a lot personally, and I was like, I'm rooting for them. But this person has a lot of drama. I can't do a lot of drama. My world isn't about drama. My world is about how can I get this show done? And you keep not showing up, and your emails aren't working, your phone isn't working, and also I'm just like, I'm not taking that on. Everybody goes through stuff. Everybody has things going on. That's your stuff. I can't take it on. Over here, I got things to do. And so literally you're telling me you can't help me out in getting this done. So I have to literally just go, okay, thank you very much, and go over here and try to get this thing done. I'm gonna get embroiled in all your stuff, and then either way, I'm gonna get mad at you and go, why? I'm not doing all that. I'm just over here. So when this person contacts me again, I'm like, I'm back. Is the role still there? I'm like, the role's moved on. We have moved on. I had production. I want 30 shows I'm doing a week. And that person was upset, but I explained to them. I just said, explain. Also, I had a show. I do a show with someone who 2 days after I've already uploaded it and edited it all up and everything, wants me to take out a section of what somebody said. 2 days later, not the day after or whatever, 2 days later. I've already put it up and I'm done. And I was pissed. Oh, I was pissed. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, I was like, oh my God. So now more work for me. But in that moment, I was pissed. Then I stopped. I was like, okay, well, here's what I do. I'll take it down. So I took it down and I said, I'll get you when I get to it. I'm not gonna stress out. I'm not gonna stress out about it. It'll go out when it goes out. It was planning going out the next Monday. It may not go out the next Monday. It may go out the next Monday. But I'm gonna work on it when I have time. I'm not gonna stress out about it and try to get it out by Monday. I'm just gonna work on it when I can. I mean, I can't get upset. I'm not gonna get upset. And I moved on. We're supposed to record this morning. That person, something happened to them, they couldn't do it. I said, I'll turn it into, I'll do a JLJ this morning. See, I turned it into something positive. That's you gotta do that. That's what you have to do. Just kind of go, okay. Do I ever incorporate the drama in your life? The stories, right? Yes, all the time. The songs, the books. I incorporate stuff all the time. Trust me, with endings that I want, or I would play out. It makes for a good story. Oh, I've done. Oh yeah. Well, many of my stuff. Oh yes, many of my stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I do. Many of my songs, my angry songs. That I've written out. I like my opinion. The only opinion was directly from the haters. I just want to break out with my dating experience. Busy from my dating experience. And I wrote songs and stuff. I do a lot. Not my songs mostly, but yes, some of my stories I do. That helps too. It's very cathartic. So luckily I have that creative spark. I can do that. I can actually work out the pain. But I'm just saying for me, before doing that, a lot of times I'm just working it out fast. I'm just like, I'm mad at the moment. It's frustrating at the moment, but then I gotta fix it. And because that's the reality. And so I've learned just to be straight up with people. I don't have to be mean and nasty. I don't have to be shady. If you did something wrong, you did wrong. I don't have to tell you. So that's if you feel guilty and you feel bad, I don't say, oh, don't feel bad. Feel bad. Yeah, you did. You fucking gave me more work to do. I had one person who just didn't show up. Just didn't show up. But they never done it before. They never did it before. But I was able to work around that and get stuff done and just have their scene set aside. But he came to me and sincerely apologized. It really wasn't good. It was like, I was disrespectful. I shouldn't have done it. And I was like, you know what? I accept your apology. And I will continue working with you because you've never shown me that side before. I think something haven't worked, but but this person acknowledged that they could have texted me or called me or emailed me. They couldn't make it. They didn't. For a reason they didn't. But I like the fact that this person, so I will trust this person again. I will set up another time and we'll see what happens. But I can get past that. I go, okay, hold on a second. Well, that time you didn't. I hold things like in a Rolodex or like in a file cabinet in my brain. So we go, okay, just talk that. I forgive, don't forget. But like, so it's over there. I hold on to it like in front of my brain, like, ugh. But it's over there. Got it. And people think I'm not. People think I'm actually. No, I'm not in it. No, people think I'm actually. So okay, you guys, here's something funny. It's not happened yet. See the hashtag. So there's this thing called Speak into Existence on Twitter. And no, no, it's not happened. See, people don't read things correctly. They see one thing, they're not reading the whole thing that happened. See the hashtag. Oh, I said, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys in a second what this. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, it's not happened. See my hashtag. Oh my God, people, I'm like, okay. So I said, there's a thing called Speaking to Existence on Twitter. Flobo was doing it first. So I said, I'm gonna follow suit. And I just said, I will be in Survivor Digest. Hashtag tweet into existence. I will be on Entertainment Weekly. Okay, I'm not in it. I have no meetings with them. I'm not in any of that. People are tweeting back, going, congratulations. I'm like, did you read the whole thing? I'm not, it's called Tweet into Existence. I'm not in it. I want to be in it. Trust me, I would tell everybody in the world if I was in Entertainment Weekly or in Survivor Digest. Neither want me, don't care about me, but I would wish they would. So I'm just saying it was a tweet, but it's another people don't read everything you read. So people read what they read. They skim, they read what they read. Again, can't get mad. I just wrote back to them saying, no, I'm not in it. Just read my hashtag, LOL, you know. But literally, there's things, I live in a neighborhood where we had a shootout last night at 1:30 in the morning. There were a lot of shootouts. I stay away from the window. I just kind of, stay inside. I just go with the flow. I can do anything about it until that gets all taken care of. Like the helicopter came, took out everything. But it's such a weird way to be at first because you're like, I want to feel my emotions. I want to get back at you. I want to do that. There's things you want to do and you can't do that because you're trying to, okay. Oh, policies are okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I got an email from somebody. I'm trying to book a show. What has happened in a great way is I've been so creative that I have written so much stuff. I'm trying to get it all just produced, get it all recorded. And so I have it. I've been writing all these shows. Kirsten Marie, I just wrote a show with you in it. It's a spinoff thing. And so I'm finishing up that probably today. So I'll be sending out an email to you guys for that, a little spinoff show. So just no one does tell you that now. But yeah, no, it's very interesting to do that. At first, you're like, I want to be angry and I want my feelings to be heard. And I want to go off. We have to learn that people really do. We let people tell us how to feel. Hi, Jill Carter. Good morning. And we have to stop that. I was telling one of my other buddies that I talk to all the time about that. I'm saying, no, you're letting people get you upset. It's a hard concept. People want to go, no, they're doing it. Like, no, you are letting them get you upset. Not saying you being upset isn't valid. We're not invalidating how you feel. I'm just saying that you're reacting in a way that's the situation is created. And you have several ways to react. Several. There's many ways you can react. You can go, I don't care. You can go, I'm so angry. You can go, that's really funny. Or, whatever. There's many ways you can react. Many ways you can react. Many. But you choose, whatever you choose is how it goes. I have friends who are just miserable. They're just not happy. They're upset all the time. And I feel for them because I've been in that space where I had a chunk of time where I was just not happy. Well, 13 years ago, that's why we back to LA. I hated where I lived, hated the city I lived in, hated the job I had, hated the person I was dating. I was like, I was not happy in any area of my life. Oh, so anyway, okay. So speaking of that, Texas Ranger fan, I will mention that in a second. I have some new series. Always debuting stuff. For a long time, people have been saying, James, you and your garden, you and your garden, you and your garden. I'm a huge gardener, huge houseplant person. You can see I got houseplants everywhere. I mean, I literally got houseplants everywhere, everywhere, like everywhere. I mean, I got houseplants everywhere. Let me show you this one, everywhere. And it was like, you're gonna do a podcast, and it was like, that's my sanctuary. I used to work in farm and ag. That's all in the story too. But I had a whole world map. I was like, that's my fun part. I don't make that part of my work. But I found a way that works for me, that could be fun to do. It's called A Lot Beneath the Soil. I just released a premiere episode today, which will explain what the show is. And I show my garden, my back and front yard, and how I showed it now. So when I continue the show, you'll see the progress of it. Because I'm constantly working on it and changing it and doing things with it. And I'm very excited about the show. It's audio and video. You can listen to audio, but if you want to see the actual garden, you go to video. So Texas Rangers fan asked, does anybody ever recognize me while working in my garden? Well, here's what's funny. I'm known as the plant father in the neighborhood. People have dropped off plants, like babies in a basket. They have dropped off plants on my porch. So here you go. Seriously, I've had big tree plants and small plants and big plants just dropped off my porch for me. And I said, okay, I'll take them. And I add them to the family, welcome to the family, and I put them out to where they need to go. It's really funny. People bring their plants to me. They bring them to me so that I can actually, they're not working here. I'm like, bring them down to me. I live in a section of Los Angeles, the southwest area of Los Angeles, near the beaches, near the airport, where the weather is genuinely consistent and it's sunny, but also has moist air. It's very conducive to a lot of different plants and flowers and trees. I was lucked out. Like right now, it's like spring outside. So watch my show, you'll see it. It's like spring outside. And it's January. I have grass growing, all stuff going. So people in my neighborhood recognize me as the garden guy because my front yard is very distinctive looking in the neighborhood. In LA, it's a big thing about plants and pots. Thank you, Kirsten. Yes, my avocado. Yes, plants and pots is a big thing in LA. You may even have grass. Doesn't matter. All plants are in pots. I think it's hilarious. So I started that because I had no grass. We had a drought. So I planted only a few things, but most of the stuff is in pots. So I did a whole thing where I put pots all over my yard strategically on both sides and planted plants so that you can look at it looks like a nursery. People go, it's like a nursery. It's like crazy. It's very distinctive. So I'm on the corner lot of a block, and my yard is huge. So people walk by. If I'm outside, Texas Rangers family, if I'm outside in my garden, people walk by with their dogs, or they go, "We love your garden." We walk by all the time. So I'm kind of getting recognized for my garden as a garden, but they don't recognize me from television. The one thing that happened, it happened a couple of times though. It has happened a couple of times. My neighbors know I'm on television. My neighbors across the street know. Neighbors down the street, they know. And they see me a lot. They see me on TV. Or they see me on YouTube and all that stuff. They see me. So they know. They know me, but the neighborhood itself knows me as the plant guy, as the gardener. So it's weird. I have my own little little fame. JLJ Incognito. Yeah. Oh, Incognito. Yeah, that's right. They know me for that. And I'm kind of glad. I don't want anybody to know my business. That's why I live in Hollywood. I live like 20 miles away from Hollywood. I live way down south, away from all that. So I wouldn't be a part of I don't want to be everybody. I'm trying to get out of all that because I get recognized on the street. I get recognized in restaurants sometimes, all that. But when I'm like home, I'm glad I'm home away from all that. But yeah, some of them know what I do. But I'm known as the garden person. And that's kind of cool, actually. Like, he's a garden person. So yeah, that's a great question. I know one's ever asked me that before. Texas Ranger fan. So yes. So I get recognized on the street and stuff, but I don't, but when it comes to being at my house, it's for the garden, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with that. I'm the garden father. I'll take that. I almost named the show Garden Father, but I didn't do But yeah, it's a new show. I'm gonna be talking about all kinds of things. It may be weekly or bi-weekly. I don't know. So I'm just gonna put out episodes when I feel like it. And curious to see how it does. I haven't seen the numbers yet from today, but I'm really curious to see how it does. I'll be promoting that today. So, and all those who are General Hospital fans, I'm so sorry, but the audio, I didn't record it. So it's just video this week. And I'm so sad. It's the premiere, our season 6 premiere. And that's one of my biggest shows on audio. And I feel so bad that I don't have an episode for it. I tried working something out, didn't work. It's hard. I'm an engineer. I'm doing all these shows. It's crazy. Sometimes you slip. Again, you can't get to go with the flow. You slip. It slips. It happens. Shit. So you can't do that. I don't have a Chase account. Yeah. So anyways, I have that. People are tweeting, like tweet to existence. Yeah. I want those things. So that shows I have a new coffee and conversation with James Lott Jr. and Melissa. Yeah, our show is part of the morning lineup for JLJ Media, and I am working on. I'm looking for something. I can't find anything these days. Why am I just not finding anything these days? Oh, okay, oh, it is. I am looking to do daytime today. I know I put out a flyer announcement. I'm still working on it. And what it will look like. Oh, there it is. Let's see. There it is. What it will look like. I'm still working on that part. But I hope to have it out hopefully in February. What that would look like. I'm working on that. But I'm excited to bring it back, and that'll be something that'll be very interesting. But JLJ this morning is doing great. Thank you so much. 100 episodes and now more. But today is a new Forgotten Hollywood. Coffee Conversation with James and Melissa. And a new A Lot Beneath the Soil. And I actually have guests for that show coming up too. I mean, I'm working on this. It's like, you guys understand. I'm like, it's always fun when you have new shows. I think we're going to get an Ice Princess story again. You see Spencer's interest. That was funny. Yes, that was pretty funny. I have no idea. I'm not talking soaps today because I've talked soaps. Yesterday, I talked 5 hours of soaps. I don't want to talk soaps today. Sorry, kids. I can't anymore. I got to take a break. Just can't do it. I talked enough of it that I don't even want to talk anymore about soaps right now. So I was like, oh my God, it was a lot. People don't understand sometimes too. It's really funny. Again, going with the flow. I'll be out and about because I do this for a living. I mean, I love the soap operas, or I love my Hardys. I love the Hallmark stuff. I love my what calls Hard and stuff. There's certain things I love. I love Star Wars. Well, part of this now is part of my work. I love it. I'd be watching it whether I was working or not. Just to make that clear. But also, I'm like, especially I talk about it so much online, and sometimes offline, I'm like, I want to talk about something else. That's why I love doing these other shows. I can talk about other things. I can talk about all kinds of other stuff. Because no, I'm sorry, I'm just saying that I've just talked about it so much yesterday. I'm giving you guys are family, so I'm giving you guys insight to how James Lott Jr. and some of us hosts actually we think, not just me. I'm just giving you a little insight. I'm giving you a little insight, give you a little tea, as it were, a little tea, as it were, of how it is. So we talk about it. So sometimes fans will come up to us and like talk about something. We're like, I just talked about it yesterday on my show. Like because we put so much into these shows for you guys. Make sure we give you a good show. Like on days we had Lindsay Godfrey come on, who is the bomb, who's a friend of mine. It's just we're very serious. We have fun on our shows. We're very serious. I mean, we love doing shows. We love coming on and doing them. But then on our off life, some of us just like I now want to talk about boating. I can talk about gardening all day because I don't really do a garden. Now I'm doing a gardening show. See how that goes. But we can talk about it very much. I'm also a juggler. I'm a left-handed. There's other things I like to talk about that people I don't get to talk about very often. So I'm like, okay, there's that. I've done it. Ooh, man, I literally just did it yesterday, and I'm like, okay, now I need a break. Now you do this. I like comedies. I like Sex and the City. Like there's other things like there's other things like too. So, but I know I'm known for certain subjects. A lot of us hosts, we know that we're known for certain things. So people naturally they associate us with that, so they want to talk about it. So, so if you run across somebody, they're like, I don't talk that right now. Can we talk that next time? Give me a break from that. It's not to be. It's just that we're talked out because we did talk about it. I know fans who like talk about certain subjects 24/7. They just do all the time. And I know that. I'm like, how do you? I don't know how people do that. I'm just like, I have a lot of interests, and I like to spread it around. I'm a father, a grandfather. I like lotions. I don't know. I mean, I like Christmas. I like all kind of things. It's kind of funny. So it's like, but that's so it's no shade to you. Just a little insight. So you just get a little insight how some of us feel sometimes after a long day. Hi, Daisy Flower. Of I mean, I literally had a long day of soap talks. So I play piano. My keyboard is over here. My guitar is in the other room that I'm trying to learn how to play. I play drums. I play cello. I try to learn how to play the what was it? I was trying to learn how to play what do you call it? A clarinet at one point didn't work. I tried to learn how to play a violin, didn't work. So I would say right now it would be drums and keyboards, and I'm learning a little bit of guitar, a little bit of guitar. Frank is the bomb. I saw your message, Larry. You're a Frank fan. You know, I'll let him know that. Are you enjoying Just Go With It? I don't know what that is. Let's just go with it. I just wrote down going with the flow. Like, just go with it. Is that show? I don't know that. I don't know that show. But I write songs almost every day. I have so many songs. I can show you guys. This is look at this notebook. This is the bomb. It's fake marble. It says notes. I love this notebook. And I have songs that I write. These are all songs that I've written. The songs, the stuff. All in here. Look at all that thick. It's all in here. I write songs all the time. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. Always writing. Always writing. I just messed up my little area over here. And so I'm working on some new music. I have some albums going to be coming out this year, some new music coming out, some projects. Working on all of that. I love it. I have some collaborations coming up. I love it, love it, love it. But yes, keyboards is the most fun for me because I know how to play the most. I took piano as a kid. Miss Pappy was my teacher. That was her name. She was like 10,000 years old back then. Sex and City, sorry, as they call. Oh, yo, just go with it. That is hilarious. You said just go with it. It's called And Just Like That. That's it. I love that title. You're like, just go with it. Thank you, Daisy Flower. Give me a good laugh this morning. That's funny. I'm like, just go with it. I love it. That's hilarious. And just like that, you made me laugh this morning. I am. I that song. I know, Jill. That's that's Barry Manilow. We love some Barry Manilow. I'm a fan of Low. I love Manilow. Yes, I am enjoying the show. You can watch my reaction every Thursday with Emily May Heller at 5 p.m. Standard Time. I do the after show for her, so you can check out the after show on here. If you want to hear what I think, you can watch her, check out the after show. If you didn't know I did that, I do it every week. Well, there's only 2 episodes left. I've been doing this since episode 1. So I've been doing the whole season. I like it. I love music. Now, that's one thing I can talk about almost all the time is music. Because I love music. I don't have a music show. I had one with Jack Farmer last year. It was fun, but I don't have one right now. So I'm really enjoying. I love music. I love discovering music. I've been recently in the 80s and 90s right now. And before that, I was heavily in the 60s and 70s. I go through these periods. I go through periods. of time. And I just started listening to everything in that time period. And it's so good. I'm asking actually so many people TikToks, or people actually on TikTok complaining. That's hilarious. You know that people here's the thing about fandoms. I did a show on fandoms too. So I'm part of several fandoms: the Hardys, Star Wars, the soaps, which you have the soap fandom, then you have the each show's fandom. And Sex and City. And what I'm finding is within these groups, there's a lot of dissension. People completely lose their shit. Folks are never happy. There are folks who love it, folks who hate it. There are folks who are this way, and folks who are that way. And I always say it's hard to please everybody. Everybody has an idea. Everybody has an idea what they want to see. And so the writers, I'm trying to tell you, no writers are trying to ruin your shows. They just they think what they're doing is good. Sometimes it isn't good. Sometimes things don't work completely. But it's hard for me because, you know, people complaining, I just don't. I mean, it's your right to complain. I mean, I do opinion television, so I mean, I can't tell people don't complain. I tell my opinion, but I don't know. I like the shows. So the shows that I like, Boba Fett, people are complaining about that. I like it, and just like that, I like it. Yeah, there are a few things that are like, okay. I was upset at first because there's no Samantha. That's another thing. I did a whole fan. I did a whole show. You can watch it. I did a whole show on Star Wars and a whole show on Star Trek. You can watch it. It's out now on I Don't We Watch That. So you can watch that with us. And there's people and some people complain. They just do. They complain. Others are legitimate criticism. Sure. So I try to stay out of it. I like some Twitter's crazy. I know stuff, and even Hardy's Twitter's crazy sometimes. I just try to stay out of it a lot of times because I'm just like, it's too much. And the problem is now I'm in Hollywood. I know a lot of people behind the scenes. I know a lot of the actors. So I know what goes on behind the scenes. So a lot of times I'm like, it's not fair for me to be in some of these discussions because they're talking shit about a friend of mine. I'm like, that's not, they're sort of saying untrue things. I'm like, I'll be in there trying to defend every 5 seconds. So I'm trying to like, yeah. So I'm trying, it's fandoms are being turned ugly in a second. It's crazy. I have not seen Encanto. I barely watch anything. I'm always watching what I have to watch, the soaps and everything else. I'm in television and film. And I can barely watch TV and film for fun. I have to set aside times to really try to watch stuff. But most stuff that I watch is because it's for work. It's interrupted my TV watching. And I didn't know that song, that Bruno song. We don't talk about Bruno or some. It's so funny because I knew nothing about it. I kept seeing the TikToks on that, talking about this song. I'm like, what are they talking about? And then I looked at the charts. You looked at the charts, and I was like, oh, it's the number 4 song in the country, in the Billboard Hot 100. It's the highest ranking Disney song since like A Whole New World or whatever. Like it's just huge. It's breaking all these records. So I heard the song cute, I guess. I didn't watch the movie, so it's out of context. But the song itself is a cute song. I'm not bowled over or anything, but I heard Encanto's good. Again, Disney doing diverse content. I'm always singing for that. I'm not a Disney fan, first of all. I don't run to Disney films anymore, so it's not something I'd run to. One day I'll probably see it. One day. Hi, Susan. One day I'll probably see it. Yes, I know Star Trek. I know everything. So again, as you know, if you watch this show on the Marvel Universe, I'm not well versed in that. I'm just like, I did a show on that too. I'm like, I'm not well versed in that, but I did a show for folks who are. But I've seen some of the movies, obviously, and some of the TV shows. But yeah, I'm a Star Wars and Star Trek fan. To me, they're 2 separate types of entertainment. So people compare them, but I'm like, they're 2 different. It's like Prince and Michael Jackson, 2 different people. They're 2 black men from the Midwest who are the same age, but they were 2 different artists. Prince was this and Michael Jackson was that. Both really good. Then we have Madonna in there. So they're giving people in LA, just made an announcement. If you donate blood between January 24th and January 31st, you get a free dozen donuts with Krispy Kreme. Isn't that kind of like defeat the purpose? Isn't that kind of like and diabetes? Interesting. But yeah, so fandoms are crazy. They're crazy. But yeah, TV watching, I can't even watch enough TV. I try. I'm just so busy. Like right now, doing this, I had to carve out time to do this. Not you guys. So it's really hard for me. And sometimes I have to carve out time to watch TV. Like shows that are not my shows I'm doing shows on. That makes sense. I just said that. That's a weird tongue twister. Because there are a couple of shows like Call Me Kate, United States of Al. I like the new show Pivoting. I love Ghosts. There are a bunch of comedies that I like. The Neighborhood. Oh my God, what else I like? I like the new show Grand Crew. American Auto is a new show I like. The Connors. There are a bunch of shows I like that I'm trying to like. I don't have time. I'm like, when can I watch them? So sometimes I will schedule in time. Okay, that's it. When I'm done with work, because I'm literally home every day now because of this pandemic. I'm working from home. There's no studios to go to. My clients all got COVID. So I'm like literally from home. I go to my garden, come back in the house, and that's it. And I'm like moving up parts of my house. Like today, I got to find something, some stuff. I'm going to literally go in the other room, clear out that room to find some stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. My world is filled. Hi, Jeannie. It is filled with stuff to do. And that's also, I think I'm trying to also go with the flow with, is stop. Like on the other day, it was a beautiful day in LA. It was beautiful. It was like 75 degrees and it was warm. And I said, James, get off this computer. I had no shows until later that night. So I had no shows planned for whatever reason. I said, James, just go outside. Go outside. Go outside. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, So there. Oh, that's right. So I write a note to myself. Okay. Yes. I just wrote a little note. So I'm writing something else. But yeah, anyway, I write notes all the time. I have notes everywhere. I have stuff everywhere. I have little pads. I got these cute little pads. I love these pads. They stick to you. They stick. I love these little pads. Yes, I can sit and read uninterrupted. No, so for me, I love reading. Now, yes, I have a lot of books I have to read for work because I have a book podcast in which he plays with James Lott Jr. But no, there's books I like. So like right now, Flo got me the Will Smith biography. So I'm so excited. It's really fun. It's really fun. So right now, I'm reading this. Chair. I'm reading the new Will Smith biography. It's really good. So I'm reading this right now because it's really good. I can read. Yes, I could totally read uninterrupted. I love reading. A lot of times when I go in my garden, I'll sit outside for an hour and read in the sun. Perfect. If I leave my house and go outside, away from all this, leave the phone in the house, I can do it. And I meditate every morning. So I should say something. I meditate every morning. So I read the Bible, meditate every morning. So I do that for sure. So that's one thing I do every single morning. I do that. But in terms of other stuff, yes, I love reading. So I have a Mariah Carey book I'm reading also. I have a couple books I'm reading right now. So yes, I love to read. I like to read because I started reading, gather more information. But a lot of books, again, I'm reading for stuff. So I do. My mother and them, they can't read anymore. So now they do audiobooks, which I've not tried yet. I know Whoopi Goldberg likes them too. I haven't tried them. My mother loves audiobooks. She's been there for years. She's always had the cassettes and stuff. Now you can go to Audible and get them. I want to try that one day. See if it makes a difference. You would move to LA, but I fear the weather. What do you fear about the weather? It's always nice here. I mean, what's the fear? Are you afraid of the sun? Like, what are you afraid? What are you afraid of? We're the best weather in the country. What I'm afraid of. We're the best weather in the country, and where I live is the best weather in LA. It's never super hot, never super cold, but it has gotten hot over the last couple of years. Global warming, right? Climate change, what do you want to call it? That has happened. Got to go with the flow. But today, see, it's really sunny. It's really bright outside. So I don't know if it's my house is old house, so it's cold in here. That's why I'm wearing all this. But I'm gonna step outside after this and just see how it feels. Because chances are it's probably not as cold out there as it is in here. That's how that works. I'm wearing my this is from Chicago. These are the areas of Chicago. I live near Hyde Park in LA. But so ain't surprised by what's with that? Not yet. I'm still reading it. I just got it. I'm still reading it. So I have nothing so far, nothing yet. Good question. Oh yeah. I knew about his background. So far I'm reading about his father and growing up. So far nothing yet. I haven't got to the juicy parts. And I'm sure stuff in there. I don't know what you read about Jada Pinkett and all them. But no, I'm still getting there. We're the same age. So we grew up in the same time period. So I think he's saying is kind of crazy. Come to Mozambique, and then really, I'd love to come to Mozambique. I'd love to come to that part. I'd love to come over there. Trust me, that is a dream of mine. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I'm getting older, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But I would love to go over there. I would love to. The rich cultures, the rich food, beautiful people. I would love to. My family has traveled a little more than I have because I was working a lot. I was just poor and I was working a lot. So I was raising kids and to do that kind of stuff. I started traveling later in life, in my 30s. I started actually traveling outside the country, and I love it. I love going somewhere different. I love having to fend for myself. I love meeting new people. I love seeing new cultures. I love going to places that I go to villages and towns and have what they're having. I'm not a big resort person. Resorts are nice. They're nice. But like where I went to Dominican Republic one year. I didn't go to Punta Cana, Punta Plana, which are the resorts. I stayed in Santo Domingo. I stayed at a Marriott. I had a free stay, so I did use that. But it was it was in the colonial district, and it was not like the nicest area. And I had a good time. Mm-hmm. I had a good time. Yep. It was a lot of fun. I had to be careful too. There were a couple times I was like, they're going to kidnap me. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Gotta be careful. There's other countries, but I had a good time. I loved it. So yeah, I would love to travel. I love to go to Africa. I love to go to the Middle East. I love to go play. Obviously, I love to go. Eastern Europe. I'd love to explore more. Let's go to the South Pacific, Australia, South America. Let's go to all those places that I've never been. I miss traveling. I do. The last 2 years, I would have traveled if there was no pandemic. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I've been doing. Okay, this is funny. It's another long time thing I get all the time. Have you written a book on all the restaurants you've been to or foods you've eaten? No. And what's funny is that's another thing that people are like, James, you should be a food writer. I'm like, I have friends who do that. And they're really good at it. I post pictures of my food all the time and where I go. It's all food all the time, right? It's about food all the time, right, on these shows. But I don't know. Again, just like this plant thing. So never say never. It could happen. Like this plant thing, I always feel like that's my fun stuff. Here's the question. I do so much that I could turn anything into work. I'm one of those fortunate people. They call us polymaths or whatever, multi-hyphenates, what you want to use. I could literally turn like coffee drinking, I can turn into a show. Lotion, I can turn into a show. I mean, I literally can turn anything into a show. I have that weird ability. I can turn into something. Now people are watching us, their story, but I know I could turn a Grogu story into a show. I mean, I could. And so that's the problem, the curse and the blessing for me. This plant thing is like 3 or 4 years in the making. I mean, people kept saying for years, do a plant show, do a plant show, do that. I'm like, I'm like, it's for fun. It's my hobby. It's my sanctuary. And now I'm doing one. But now I'm excited to do one and I have a plan. So the food thing, who knows? I should never say never. But I have friends do it way better than I do. But I have eaten a lot. I've gone a lot of places, and it goes back to travel. Most of my stuff is associated with travel, and if I was still traveling, I can bring my camera, and I have a nice camera. I can totally do it, right? It's like so sad. Right? I just don't feel comfortable doing that. Is it windy? Well, it's on my roof. So it's yeah. Crazy talk, folks. Crazy talk. I'm just trying to hold on. I'm trying to hold on. So yeah. Anyway, I have a million ideas. So job workers, I need to work with some books. I need to work with some books. I have my book division, my music division. So I taught music already. I do my shows. I have my audio drama. So now I work with some books. It's time to put some books out this first quarter. I put out a lot of books last year, so I'm very happy. I have a lot of collaborative books. That's good. But I think it's time for me to start working on some more. It's not to say there's always something to do, but I have to try to balance, to go with the flow. I'm trying to balance with, I can only do so much. And it's also hard for me because I want to do everything. I mean, I literally want to do everything. I'm so excited. I want to do everything. I feel creative. I'll write till my hand hurts. I'll type till my hand hurts. I'll stay up late. I was up last night till like 1:30, typing, doing a show, typing an episode of a show. That's also another curse of the creativity. I dream about stuff and I gotta write it. It's yeah. I mean, social media aspect. I'm trying to run on social media, take care of that, do my charts. I mean, it's just a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, now I'm gonna go off. It's been an hour. I usually do these. I try to do these really short, but I love talking to you guys. You guys come in and we start talking. That's how it is. I'm going to start my day. I have like 10,000 things I have to do. But I just want to go back to bed. That's what I want to do. But thank you for joining me as usual. I really enjoy this. I love talking to you. I get this why. Nope, I'm not. Anyway, so yes. I see people text me already. Yeah. So no, I will come back on soon again this week. I'm sure. A lot. Have a lot. Have a good day today. You have questions. Hold on to the next time. I'm gonna come back on again. I'll probably come back on again tomorrow. Probably. That's my plan was to come on tomorrow morning, but I'll probably come back.